Hello all, I have come with Goa the rest from 14th to 16th January 2023. On 14th, our first place of visit was Rees Magos Church. It is located on the bank of river Mandavi. The word Rees Magos means three wise men from Bible in Portuguese. The architecture of this church is Portuguese style with some influence of Hindu architecture. It was built in the year 1555, so it is more than 400 years old. Nearby this church is the Reis Magos Fort. This fort is surrounded by sturdy laterite walls studded with typically Portuguese turrets, which was erected in 1551 to protect the narrowest point at the mouth of the Mandavi estuary. It was enlarged subsequently and finally re-erected in 1707. It is now owned by Goa government and it is included among the state's ancient monument. It has been completely renovated and now serves as the town's heritage center. This fort is redesigned in a fusion style that incorporates Hindus and Portuguese design. It provides a spectacular view of the surrounding sea. There is a museum on one side of this fort where the chronological history of Goa is shown on charts and pictures. Next, we went to Coco Beach for the dolphin cruise. This beach, Coco Beach, is a crowded beach. There were so many people and it was not very clean also. We went for a ride to see dolphins. So while having this ride, we could see very few, one or two dolphins, one or two or three times. Rather, we enjoyed these white and numerous migratory birds. This is the tail of dolphin that we saw. Going to Aguada Fort. Aguada Fort was built in 1612. It comprises of a lower fort and an upper fort. Upper fort was built as a vantage point to serve as a fort and a watering station to the ships, while the lower fort offered a safe berth to Portuguese ships. Upper fort comprises of moat, underground water storage chamber, lighthouse, gunpowder room and bastions. It also has a secret escape passage to use during the time of emergency. The word aguada means watering place in Portuguese. The storage capacity of water tank is 23,76,000 gallons. It has 5 divisions with a support of 16 huge columns and a staircase to descent. A lighthouse at initial stage used to emit light once in 7 minutes. In 1834, it was updated to emit light, creating eclipse for every 30 seconds. However, it was abandoned in 1976. From there, next we went to Candolim Beach. Candolim Beach is one of the longest beaches in Goa. It begins from Fort Aguada and is comparatively quieter and is perfect for lazing through and also for water sports lovers. There are some activities like parasailing, water skiing, banana boat rides, etc. It has a number of beach shacks and restaurants offering food and drinks. This beach offers entertaining nightlife and it's one of the interesting places to see after the sunset. here, next we went to Our Lady of Immaculate Conception Church, Goa, commonly called Panzim Church. This colonial Portuguese Baroque style church was first built in 1541 as a chapel on a hillside overlooking the city of Panzim. From here, we reached a narrow lane full of colorful Portuguese villas with balconies and red-tailed roofs. This is called fontanas, also called Goa's Latin Quarters. Goa was colonized by the Hindus, Muslims, and Portuguese, and later leaving the biggest influence here by far, which is evident in fontanas. It was founded in late 18th century by the wealthy Portuguese named Antonio João de Sequeira. This Joseph Bar is the oldest bar of Goa and is crowded mostly every evening. The wealthy man Antonio used this land for coconut plantations, but in the early 1800s, due to the spread of epidemic in the old Goa, the Portuguese government headquarters was shifted to Panzim. As a result, this area was transformed into a residential area for Portuguese administrative officers and rulers. In 1984, UNESCO recognized Fontanas as a heritage zone. Then at last in the evening, we headed towards the Mandavi River for sunset cruise. So after the sunset, our cruise ride began with some music and dance. So here comes the end of second day in Goa. We returned back to hotel, had dinner and slept well. On 15th morning, we went to something different in Goa, that is Museum of Goa, or commonly called as MOG, M-O-G. Art is the universal language of mankind and has the power to connect people from all over the world. Museum of Goa is a private contemporary art space founded by Dr. Subodh Kerkar in 2015. This museum celebrates Goa's history and people through contemporary art. Museum of Goa is housed in a 3-story, 16,000 square foot building designed by Goan architect Dean de Cruz in Pillern. Museum of Goa is envisioned not just as a repository of objects but as a laboratory of ideas where all forms of art are in constant dialogue with each other. If you want to see Goa other than just beach, sea, seafood, water sports and casino, this is the place, Museum of Goa. This place is very interesting, and every bit of piece that is kept here are like you will enjoy to look at them. The human race has existed on earth for 2.5 million years. The modern human beings, Homo sapiens, are 3 lakhs years old. The idea of a nation is just a few centuries old. The artist and I believe in one world and the unity of human race. Universalism, love for all, is the religion he follows. The idea of nation reminds the artist of barbed wired borders. MOG translates to love in Konkani, and they believe that love and empathy are the tools with which to build the future. If you see all these artworks properly, each one has its own story, or you can just make your story on that art. That is the khubi of this museum. So, seeing this piece of art, I would say that the dark and the light phase in our life, it keeps on revolving. Nothing is constant. So, once you have a dark phase, again the light phase begins and it keeps on going. Along with those beautiful pieces of art, there are fabulous paintings. You can see minute strokes in these paintings, absolutely beautiful. Chilies originated in Peru. So when it reached India, some Indianized versions of chilies are shown here. Adjoining the museum is the sculpture garden, which displays a few of Dr. Karkar's most famous works, including the Carpet of Joy. They keep on hosting temporary exhibitions and educational talks time to time. And on the day when we reached there, there was some exhibition going on. So we witnessed that also. We were fortunate enough to meet Dr. Kerker and took this picture. After completing the tour of this beautiful place, we had our lunch and then we went to Baga Beach. Baga Beach is one of the most popular beach in North Goa. It is located at the north end of the contiguous beach stretch that starts from Sikwerim, Kandolim, leads to Kalangut and then to Baga. This is again one of the crowded beach with some water spots and there were shacks to lie on. Then at the end of the day, we went to Miramar Beach to witness sunset. So word Miramar is derived from Portuguese word which means weaving the sea. So we also did same. We sat there on the sand and viewed the sea, the sunset, the birds and enjoyed our evening. This beach is famous for its golden soft sand and palm trees, and it was absolutely amazing to witness sunset. You'll have a kind of feeling that sun is going, and again you'll have a feeling that You will have a hope rather than feeling that tomorrow again sun will come. So after the sunset, this place was like filled with kites. So many children were flying kites. Varieties of shapes and sizes of kites they were flying. Some were in the shape of some birds. This is not a bird, this is a kite. Here you can see colorful balloons and those blinking colorful things, toys for the children to play. So this is a happening place for children in the evening. So this beach, it's famous for palm trees. You can see how it looks during sunset. It is like very beautiful sunset and palm trees at the same time. Now while returning from there, we took a city bus, the local bus. So we are riding on the bus now, and we were about to reach our place at Panjim, and our hotel was nearby the bus station, so we'll drop down at the bus station at Panjim. This is the view of Atal Setu, the last view for this time, as we were moving to Hampi the next day. So it was the last time we are seeing this Setu, and this looks beautiful at night when different color light shines there. So it's looking very nice. So this is a local market near the bus station. This side they were selling flowers. And finally we reached our hotel and rested for the day. The interior food was very good at Ginger Panjim also. But room wise, if you ask me, I preferred Ginger Dona Paula. On 16th we didn't have much to do. It was a resting day. So we visited Karma Royal Palms Luxury Resort at Goa, and in the evening we had a bus to Hampi. So we rested almost whole day in the hotel, and in the evening we started for Hampi. This is the view of Karma Royal Palms Luxury Resort at Goa. Karma Groups has multiple resorts at different parts of the country and the world. So if you want to be a part of this Karma Group, you can enroll and enjoy their hospitality and luxury resorts at different parts of the world. And after returning from there, we were in our hotel lobby having tea and enjoying Australian Open. So till 5 o'clock we enjoyed Australian Open, sitting there, relaxing, having tea, and then after 5 o'clock we started for Hampi. Hampi is located in central Karnataka. It is a historical as well as a spiritual place. There is a connection between Hampi and new 50 rupees green color note, and these are a few of the teasers and glimpses of Hampi. So stay tuned. I'll come with the video of Hampi and let you know what is the connection. Bye bye, stay tuned. Please do subscribe to my channel and like my videos. Bye bye.